Safe. It's a feeling you have when you're with someone you count on. And there's no safer place in a storm than with the LEX 18 Storm Trackers. The most experienced team with the best technology. MaxTrack 2.0 Live Doppler. Now more advanced than ever. Keeping you safe, informed, connected. Everywhere you need us. LEX 18 Storm Tracker Weather. In partnership with Community Trust Bank.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. Need a phone fixed? We got it. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
Tired of being tired? Lose weight quickly and safely with Ageless Medical Weight Loss. We can help you return to being the best version of yourself. Take the first step toward a healthier, happier you and call Ageless Medical Weight Loss at 859-335-1330.
We're often told costs will go down in retirement, or $1 million is the magic retirement number. This kind of traditional financial wisdom can be a helpful rule of thumb, but it doesn't always apply to everyone. Instead, base your retirement savings goals by crunching the numbers. Plan for conservative rates of return, any income like Social Security or pensions, and also take into account the expenses you expect to have. Don't forget to factor in inflation. That means in 20 years, your cash needs to double. Also keep in mind tax policies can and will change. A good practice is to overestimate wherever you can, so you will put aside more than you think you'll need. Having extra is always better than not having enough. At Family Wealth Group, we can help determine your savings goals and how to reach them.
The Money Minute is brought to you by the Family Wealth Group, Central Kentucky's retirement planning agency, now with convenient locations in Lexington and Georgetown.
All Kentucky driver licensing is moving from circuit clerk offices in every county
to regional offices.
And the new regional offices offer more licensing choices than ever before.
Get a driver's license valid for 4 years.
Or 8 years. Get a real ID.
Or a standard license.
Renew online or in person.
You can even visit any regional office you'd like.
It's next level licensing. Learn more at drive.ky.gov.
LEX 18 News is brought to you by the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Happy tastes good. LEX 18 News is brought to you by the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Happy tastes good. LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device. Count on LEX 18 News.
One of Kentucky's most iconic industries is feeling the squeeze of inflation and supply shortages. We're taking you to the Bourbon Trail to find out how distillers are making it through. Plus, families struggling to make ends meet can find help with basic income programs. But what happens when that safety net falls apart? We're finding out how recipients are moving forward. That's right now on LEX 18 News at 5:30. Good evening, I'm Angie Bevan.
And I am Sean Moody. Thanks for joining us on LEX 18 News at 5:30. We begin with breaking news. We now know the name of the driver who police say led them on a low-speed chase for over an hour this morning in Lexington.
Police say 45-year-old Timothy Davis kidnapped a woman around 8:20 this morning near the intersection of East 7th and Jackson Streets. They spotted his car on Maple Leaf Drive, tried to stop him, but they say he kept driving. Now, you can see in the video just how slowly this chase was going. It eventually ended on Breckenridge Street. Davis is charged with kidnapping an adult, wanton endangerment, criminal mischief, and fleeing and evading. Well, leaders of the bourbon industry have converged on Lexington for their annual Jim Beam Institute conference.
Hey, LEX 18's Michael Burke takes us inside that three-day event where economic challenges will be discussed, even as that industry continues to thrive. That's tonight's big story at 5:30.
Just like almost every walk of life, Kentucky's thriving bourbon industry has had to tackle some tough economic challenges in recent months and years.
If you are looking for a bottle of bourbon that comes in a unique or an out-of-the-ordinary glass, chances are you're not going to find it, or it's going to be a few months to find it, just because we can't get the glass due to supply chain issues.
And then there's the issue of where to age all of that bourbon.
We make our barrels out of wood and steel, and until recently, steel was really kind of supply constrained, and we just fought hard and tried to stay ahead of it. One thing we're trying to do to help support our distillery partners.
Brad came to Lexington from Missouri. Hundreds more are gathering on the UK campus this week for the 3-day Jim Beam Institute Bourbon Conference, where industry experts will focus on all things bourbon, from the agriculture behind it to the final bottling process. And Governor Andy Beshear opened the conference this morning.
Why does this industry continue to grow at such a remarkable rate in this Commonwealth?
There are several factors he mentioned, including the right climate and grains and people, as oftentimes distilleries and the process are generational within families. One of today's speakers even said the Bourbon Trail is becoming more and more like California's Napa Valley wine country.
One person called us the Sonoma of the South, which we take as a great compliment.
Where you see natural beauty, you see history, you see this culture of Kentucky for firsthand.
And you see one aspect of the industry that is somewhat immune to current issues. It's why your bourbon prices haven't moved much lately.
Today's bourbon that's been bottled was first barreled, 6, 8, 10, 12 years ago. So it's not going to see the supply chain effect as far as pricing concerned.
And with more than 10 million barrels aging as we speak, it might not even be an issue down the road. In Lexington, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
And those 10 million barrels of bourbon that are currently aging represent more than twice Kentucky's population. The Jim Beam Institute conference runs through Wednesday.
We've talked about basic income programs before. They're usually cash payments to low-income families to give them a hand beyond the nation's social safety nets.
Yeah, there are a number of these pilot programs going on now around the country. Maya Rodriguez shows us what researchers have found as they study families after that money stops.
From Florida,
it's a relief. It's a major relief.
To Indiana,
the initial reaction is this for real?
And many states in between. Programs providing a basic monthly income to those in need are getting a test run.
The average American cares that people participate in the economy and does better.
Mary Bogle is with the Urban Institute. They recently studied a basic income program involving nearly 600 low-income families and individuals during the pandemic. So what happened when it ended?
A lot of these folks go back to the regular American safety net, which is frankly, not very effective in helping them get to jobs.
But for those who did get jobs, the researchers saw that the basic income appeared to provide them with a stepping stone out of deep poverty.
You could use a guaranteed income to modernize the safety net and really, instead of it being sort of a net that people get trapped in, you can turn it into a trampoline.
Hello?
To see how that trampoline worked,
what's up, baby?
We met up with one of the basic income recipients, 67-year-old Robert Lassiter.
God do wonderful things, boy, when you're living right.
He works 2 part-time jobs, as a janitor at a school and a house cleaner. At one point, he lived in an abandoned home.
When I went and looked at my bank account, these tears that you see here are small. The other ones were bigger because it was joy. It was for me to say, okay, I could take this money and do whatever I want with it.
The basic income gave him the financial boost he needed to be able to move into his own apartment.
And then I could go to the store and I could buy me a bedroom set, my own bedroom set that I could sleep in, and buy the sheets to put on that bed that I could sleep in. It's a feeling that's undescribable. For a guy like me,
The majority of folks use their cash on housing.
I try to do that.
But researchers found the money helped in another important way.
How did this help your mental health, getting that money?
It took stress off me. I'm not stressed out no more. At all.
The next step, say researchers, finding the right length of time that a basic income program should last.
And when I look at the data, I would say that if you could sustain guaranteed income for, let's say, at least 3 to 5 years, you'd see very large economic mobility gains.
In Robert Lassiter's case, the basic income he got came right on time.
Because somebody believed in me and gave me an opportunity to sit here and tell you how independent I am today.
In Washington.
And my future is peaceful.
I'm Maya Rodriguez.
Well, Well, any snow hanging around at this point is where it's been piled up or shoveled off to the side.
Yeah, exactly. But there is no winter in sight now, and we are just a week away from spring. Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck joins us with a look ahead to even better weather.
All right, well, if you come back in the main weather segment just a few minutes from now, I will show you some of that snow that's left. But until that happens, you have to be, just happy with this. A view from Frankfort. Your St. Joseph Health Weather Bug camera, Kentucky River running high there in the foreground. Not a cloud to be found anywhere as we look around the capital city, or really most anywhere in central Kentucky at this point. That'll change a little bit later on for us tonight. Max Track Doppler here at 537. Everything is good. Everything is quiet. Minimal rain chance on Wednesday across the south, but for most of us, really Friday is going to be our next real chance for rain, so we get a week to kind of just relax a little, and that's a good thing, especially when it's this warm. You're looking at mid-60s out there. 65 in Frankfurt. We were just showing those pictures. 62 in Flemingsburg. That's one of the cool spots. Matched in London. Williamsburg comes in at 64, and you got the 66, one of the warm spots in Lexington. So our future track as we look at the night tonight, you are looking at temperatures that will eventually drop down to around the 40-degree mark. Not a bad way to start a March day. Some clouds around in the morning, a lot of sunshine then through most of the day for you as highs head back into the mid-60s tomorrow, and that'll be with a lot of sunshine in the afternoon. Boy, does this week look terrific. Talk about all that in a couple minutes.
We are enjoying it, Bill. After the Wildcats got their places in the NCAA tournament, we are counting down the days to their first game. Make sure to join us Tuesday night at 8 for a live hour-long BBN Game Day special. We're going to talk about getting ready for the game, mental health of athletes in March, and highlighting some of your favorite cats and much more. That is tomorrow night right here on LEX 18, or you can stream it online at lex18.com and our streaming apps. Stick with us throughout the tournament as LEX 18 is your official station for Big Blue Nation coverage.
And since we've got March Madness on the brain, we want to know, which tournament city would you most like to visit? Let us know in tonight's poll. Scan the QR code on your screen. You can share your thoughts. You can head over to lex18.com/vote now as well to cast your vote. We'll share final results a little later tonight. 2 years after Breonna Taylor's death, her family says justice still has not been served.
Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, the new charges they're filing against the officers involved in her death. But first, we're taking a look at our top news stories of the day. That is next on LEX 18 News at 5:30.
Sunday nights on Newsy. See your world like never before.
That's what you live for.
I could go into this and come out with nothing.
In real life.
This black market destroys the past.
Newsy Docs presents.
We are the sacrifice.
People are ready to die and go to jail. See your world. Sunday nights on Newsy.
Free 24-hour national news. Watch Newsy on Channel 67.4.
I know this may look like a classic rooftop chase scene, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0.9% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
The action never ends, but these offers will.
I kept wondering how come I had so much pain in my knees and my back. The solution was the arch support. Who would have thought that the pain that I was having had anything to do with my feet?
Find what you've been missing at the Good Feet store.
Huddle up, sports viewers, and enjoy Arby's corned beef Reuben. Arby's corned beef. Arby's. Come on! Arby's, we have the meat.
Ow. Ow. Ouch. No pain, no game.
No, I've got games. All fun, no pain, and lots to gain. Like Keno and Cash Pop. And if speed is your game, play Fast Play. So there, no pain.
Ow.
All fun and gains.
Ooh, good point.
Play Keno, Cash Pop, and Fast Play at your nearest lottery retailer.
They may not see the teams of local cancer experts working behind the scenes, the researchers who provided access to your clinical trial, or the dedicated nurses, techs, pharmacists, and physicians who came together for your care. Because the only thing they'll see is what matters most. You. Thanks to Markey Cancer Center at Lexington Clinic. Because no Kentuckian should have to leave the Commonwealth to get the cancer care they deserve.
I know this may look like a classic rooftop chase scene, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0.9% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
The action never ends, but these offers will.
Download the free LEX 18 Storm Tracker weather app today. You're watching LEX 18 News at 5:30.
It's been 3 months since the deadly tornadoes hit western and central Kentucky.
And many areas are continuing to recover. That kicks off our top stories tonight. In areas like Mayfield and Dawson Springs, it will likely take years to rebuild. The biggest work happening now is repairing damaged buildings, businesses, and roofs. But debris remains scattered in front of homes.
An attorney in Greene County has been released from jail after being held in contempt. According to an order, during a trial proceeding, the court found Bethany Stanziano to be under the influence of illegal substances. Video from the incident has been released. Stanziano initially agreed to a drug test, but ultimately did not submit to a screening.
And following the Wildcats in the NCAA tournament could add up quickly. The best way to cut costs? Try driving instead of flying. Despite the high gas prices, plane tickets can be several $100s for a round trip, compared to just a few hundred if you drive. AAA says changes in gas prices don't make a big difference when it comes to those die-hard fans hitting the road. We will be right back.
Thank you for hooking Logan up here with this membership.
You know, fellas, you don't have to be associated with UK to become a member.
Want to become a UKFCU member? There are many ways to join. Find out how at ukfcu.org.
I was sitting at a red light, and this guy's looking at his phone instead of where he's going. Bam! He rear ends me. I need a lawyer, and I need one who thinks my case is important, not another file in the pile. I called the Kentucky Courage Lawyers at 855 Wildcat, and they got me a settlement even better than I had hoped.
After a car or big truck wreck, call the lawyers with Kentucky Courage.
Call 800-55-WILDCAT. Morgan, Collins, Yeast, and Salyer.
Are your windows drafty, broken, or your energy bills on the rise? Champion is here to help. It's replacement window season, and we're celebrating with buy 2 windows, get 2 free. At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
People often ask, how much do I have to pay you up front to be my lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. Personal injury, car crash, slip and fall. It's free unless we win. We never take a fee until we win your case. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Official UK station coverage sponsored by CHI St. Joseph Health. The Big Blue Nation's official station is LEX 18.
Well, if you didn't join us at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Shame on you if you did.
Yeah, number one, shame on you. Number two, you might be wondering who this new face is. This is Sean Moody, and he is our newest member here at LEX 18, newest team member, and he is one of our anchors, and he'll be co-anchoring right here at 5:30, and also, like we mentioned, the 4 o'clock news. So we extend a warm welcome to Sean, and we want our viewers to get to learn a little bit more about you right now.
Well, Fort Lake, Kentucky guy.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll
yep.
start with that.
Born here in Lexington. raised in Frankfurt. Worked in Lexington for a few years after college. I've been in Salt Lake City, Utah for the last little over 5 years. And when the opportunity came to come home to Lexington, I had to take it up. It's really good to be home.
We're excited to have you here. And it's a little bit of a change of pace going from Salt Lake City back to Central Kentucky. So some things about Salt Lake that you really loved about being there.
Yeah, the nature was really unbelievable. The city is right at the foot of the Wasatch Mountains, so plenty of skiing. The snow made me feel right at home over the weekend, so thank you all for easing me back in.
Well, you can go over to Stonewall Elementary there. There's a big hill there. You can take a shot at that if you need that skiing.
You can ski anything once, right?
Oh my gosh. And avid, loyal UK fans, so we're excited that you're back here in Kentucky to kind of be a part of that fun coverage, too, that we have coming up this weekend.
Absolutely. We are excited.
Yeah. And we've got a lot of nice weather to look forward to as well, so we can thank Bill for that.
Well, gosh, you're welcome. There you go. So you said earlier, you could find the snow if you looked for it still around.
You look hard enough.
We can do that.
Okay.
And right there, coming up after that stinger thingy, there is the snow over at Keeneland. It's one of the shady spots out there, so the March sunshine hasn't been able to get a hold of it. And if you kind of even use a little bit of imagination here, that's a little bit of a snowdrift right there. So yeah, you can see how the wind was blowing. So, hey, we still have a little bit of March snow that you can find on the infield of Keeneland. It will not be there when the season opens up in a few weeks, but we are looking at some warmer temperatures coming in for the next several days. Max Track Doppler. We're almost at 10 to 6. Not much to show you, and it stays that way. No winter in sight. We've had that. Can't say it's going to be our last shot of winter because there's still a lot of cold air sitting in Canada, and it just takes the wrong storm at the wrong place to make all that happen. But at least for the foreseeable future, we're fine. Spring warmth, it's taking charge, at least for a little while with that too. Skip the 50s, don't even worry about them. 60s and 70s dominate the 8-day. Bad timing on those next rain chances for you. We had the Irish Festival that was planned for last Saturday. Obviously, for reasons of winter, we didn't have it. Well, we've got it moved to next Saturday, everything but the parade. And there may be some rain around for that. And it's not a lot of rain around, it just happens to be on that day. 66 right now, Bluegrass Airport. Beautiful sunshine out there. That's as warm as we've been all day. Now, a huge temperature jump today after that morning low of 35. The air, dry southwest wind. It comes in for you at 10. From the Kentucky Mesonet, kymesonet.org, MESONET. Great site on the internet. If you can find your favorite town here, you can see all southerly winds, all basking in warmth. Actually, several degrees cooler on the south side of Lexington compared to the airport. 62 there at the intersection of Man-O-War and Nicholasville. Cynthiana's at 63, 63 in West Liberty, 62 in McKee as we get your 5:30 time frame going here. Tomorrow afternoon, nice. About where we are today. 66 in Richmond and Lancaster, 64 in Carlisle tomorrow afternoon. You look to the east, you've got 65 Mount Sterling, 67 in Stanton. As we look to the southeast, same idea, upper 60s, looking good. 67 in Barberville as a good example. And finally, we head over to the lakes, 67 in Somerset and Monticello. London comes in at 66. High temperatures. Boy, this is good. Mid-60s tomorrow, Wednesday, pushing 70 on Thursday, upper 60s with some rain on Friday. Could be some storms then. There's your cooler day on Saturday, and then right back up again as springtime takes hold. Rain chances are small. There's a little rain chance Wednesday across the south. But Friday is your best rain day. Saturday, the showers will linger, then get on out. So your future track shows, well, low pressure to the north and south. The high that's brought the cold has exited out into the Atlantic. This storm, you can see, look at the spiral, the counterclockwise spin on it. That's pretty neat. And you'll see that it eventually starts wafting a little rain up this direction as we get you on into Wednesday afternoon. But it's not a big chance. Want to learn a little bit about severe weather? There is a virtual Skywarn class tonight. First 1,000 people who sign up. So you're competing with people all around the world. But go to weather.gov/LMK/Skywarn. And you can learn all about how to report and know what severe weather is. Clear to partly cloudy. It's cool tonight, down to 40. 64 tomorrow. Clouds giving way to increasing sunshine. Mid-60s again on Wednesday. Near 70 on Thursday. Showers and storms around Friday, ending on Saturday with the one cooler day. And the warm-up comes right back.
All right, love that warm-up, Bill. Today is March 14th, or Pi Day, and one elementary school student in Fleming County was put to the test to see how many numbers he knew in the formula. Let's take a look.
3.1415926535897932384643999 32384633832795028841971.
That is impressive. His teacher, Mrs. Jody Granis, says Gideon Vise named 41 numbers of that formula by memory. He's a fourth grader at Hillsborough Elementary. I couldn't do that.
I can't even remember people's phone numbers
Right.
anymore, for that matter. That's really cool. Well, Costco will soon be making some changes to its operating hours. We'll show you when the company's returning to its pre-pandemic shopping schedule next.
Plus, prepare to spend a little more the next time you use Uber or its delivery services as they adjust to those surging gas prices.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each. All with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
All Kentucky driver licensing is moving from circuit clerk offices in every county
to regional offices.
And the new regional offices offer more licensing choices than ever before.
Get a driver's license valid for 4 years.
or 8 years.
Get a real ID
or a standard license.
Renew online or in person.
You can even visit any regional office you'd like. It's next level licensing.
Learn more at drive.ky.gov.
Bills piling up? Tired of those high-interest credit cards? Consolidate bills with a Heritage loan from Members Heritage Credit Union. With fixed payments up to 48 months, apply this month to get entered to win $250. Members Heritage Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Trilogy, we do things that set us apart. You are considered our family from the moment you walk through our doors.
I think of all the fun stuff and I just do what I can to make it happen for the residents. I'm going to treat your grandma and your grandpa like they were my grandma and grandpa. You belong at Trilogy.
Anna, we're going dancing. All the reactions to the men's and women's NCAA tournament draws.
That's right. And UK Rifle are once again national champs. Back-to-back, baby. You hear from them at 7:30.
BBN Tonight, presented locally by CHI St. Joseph Health.
Citigroup says it will expand its exit from Russia to go beyond the long-planned sale of its consumer bank there.
Citigroup has the largest footprint in Russia of any major U.S.-based bank. The company announced its exit will include other lines of businesses and will continue to reduce its remaining operations and exposure there. The bank said the decision will take time to execute due to the nature of banking and financial services operations. Citi disclosed its intent to exit its consumer business in Russia nearly a year ago.
Uber has announced new fuel surcharges on fares and deliveries. The company says it's in response to high gas prices. Uber rides will cost anywhere from 45 to 50 cents extra per trip. Uber Eats customers will pay 35 to 44 cents extra for each delivery. The surcharges will vary based on the trip distance, as well as gas prices in each state. That extra money will go straight to the drivers to fill up their tanks. The company says these fees are temporary and will last for at least 2 months. Costco is getting ready to drop its senior hours. The senior hours began more than 2 years ago because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Members over 60 years old, first responders, and healthcare workers were given the chance to shop without the public there. According to Costco officials, the schedule returns to normal on April 18th. Many national grocery stores had similar special hours for those considered to be especially vulnerable to the virus.
Trial proceedings come to a sudden stop in Greene County when a judge questioned an attorney about whether she was under the influence. LEX 18's Conroy DeLuche explains what led to the attorney's arrest and what's next in that case. That's ahead on LEX 18 News at 6. Plus, Governor Andy Beshear outlined some changes as the number of COVID cases continues to decline in the Bluegrass.
Here's a look at how the day ended on Wall Street. LEX 18 News is back after this.